Hello, what's happening? Matt, aka Lethal Frag here. We're going to do a little non-gaming commentary. We're going to talk about food. And, why it's important to know how to cook for yourself. And I'm a firm believer that you should at least know how to cook some basic things for yourself. And a lot of people say, oh, well, my mom does all the cooking for me, or oh, my wife does all the cooking. What happens if that person tragically leaves your life? Today. What happens? What are you left with to eat? What do you know how to cook for yourself after that? Are you going to end up eating McDonald's every day? And I feel really strongly about this subject. Just to give you a little background, I grew up cooking my entire life. I went to culinary school. I've worked in professional kitchens for about 7 years now. I'm a firm believer in cooking for yourself. I rarely eat fast food. I'm not going to say I never eat fast food, because I do love me a Big Mac. I love pizza. I love all the, the crappy food that us Americans love to stuff in our face. But that's a real minimum for me. I'm not eating that stuff every single day. And I, in the past had a really poor diet. Maybe when I was like 13, 14, 15. I had a really bad diet. And when you're younger, your body can handle it. Your body processes food in a completely different way. I mean, when I was 16, I could eat an entire large pizza myself, and I felt great. I felt great. As I started getting older, I had that same diet, and I started to realize that my body felt like crap. And it's because all the crap I was putting into it. I know I'm not trying to be a doctor here and tell you that you need to change your diet or you're going to die. I'm just saying that if you know how to cook for yourself, you know how to cook some basic things, you can give your body what it needs. And now I'm going to use the example of a pothead here. I think we all know a major pothead. Somebody that's been smoking for for 10 years straight. They say they're fine. You look at them, you realize they're mildly retarded because they've been smoking pot for so long. And when they quit smoking pot, they seem fine. But anyways, what I'm saying is we all know that stoner guy says, oh no, I'm just fine when I smoke pot. I do just great. But the fact is, their normal body, their normal mind chemistry is that retarded state of being perma-stoned. Your body is the exact same way with the food that you eat. If you eat McDonald's every day, you're going to feel fine, but the fact is that your body actually feels like shit. Your body feels horrible. Your body is not processing that food properly. It does not enjoy itself. And if you find that if you, switch over to eating good stuff, you feel a lot better. And now, here's the benefit of knowing how to cook for yourself. You can give your body exactly what it needs. And when you start cooking for yourself, when you get hungry, you don't just get hungry for burgers. You know what you want. When I get hungry, I know if I want carbs or protein. My body says, I need protein, so I can go cook myself an egg and get protein. If I want carbs, I can make some rice. So if you don't know how to cook for yourself, I would highly suggest just learning how to cook a few basic things. Start with rice. It doesn't get any easier than rice. Like 2/3 of the world's population lives mostly off of rice. I mean, you put water in a pot, you bring it to a simmer, you put a lid on it, and you leave it on low for 20 minutes. That's really all you gotta do. You need to learn to cook these basic things. Eggs, vegetables, rice. So you can actually cook yourself a proper meal. And if you start cooking for yourself, you'll soon realize that your body knows what it wants without, you having to tell it. Every time I get hungry, I know exactly what I want to eat. And I'm not saying that you can't survive without knowing how to cook for yourself. You can eat cereal all day. You can go get Subway. You can do fast food. You can do all these things to supplement your diet. That's the way America works. We have all these resources to go get food for yourself. But I'm telling you, you're going to be a healthier person. You're going to be a more alert person if you actually understand what your body wants put into it. I told myself I wasn't going to make this a raging commentary, but it really bugs me when people say, oh, I don't know how to cook, I have no desire to. They can't even cook pasta for themselves. They don't know how to cook rice. It just blows my mind, because, I've been cooking my entire life, and it's an integral part of my life. And being able to cook for other people is a great way to connect with people. It doesn't have to be the best food in the world. I'm not telling you have to go be a chef. But you should be able to take care of your three basic needs, food, water, shelter. And having someone else do that for you all the time is not an excuse to not know how to do basic things for yourself. Like I said, what if that person leaves your life tomorrow? You're lacking an essential skill set. You know, God forbid the zombie apocalypse comes, I'm eating you first, the guy that doesn't know how to cook, that's for sure. Just to sum this whole thing up, if you don't know how to cook, please go learn how to cook something. It's really not that difficult. People are scared of cooking, but it's really not that hard. Most things are very basic, and they still taste really good. You don't need to know how to cook a 5-course French meal. You don't need to go to culinary school to be a decent cook, to be able to feed yourself and give yourself the substance that you need. You know, being able to cook a high-protein meal or a high-carb meal or anything healthy is an incredible benefit to you, not only in life, but for gaming. I've done several commentaries on this about, you know, your health in gaming. And knowing how to cook for yourself is the first step. You know, go figure out how to cook some pancakes, dude. It's easy. It's easy. Don't be that guy that depends on everybody else his entire life to feed them. The more things that you know how to cook, the better understanding you will have of what your body wants. The more things that you understand how to cook, the more things when you get hungry you'll say, oh, that's what I want. That's what I need right now. You know, this is a really sensitive subject for me. Like I said, I've been cooking for a really long time. So, you know, if you have a food question, you want to learn how to cook something, I am happy to help you do that. I will totally hook it up and show you how to do that. I'm here to share all my knowledge, not just my gaming knowledge, but my food knowledge as well. I have a real passion for cooking, and, you know, I just want to share it. Get out there and learn how to cook something. That's all I got. Frag out.